Hi, Johnson. Oh, that's awful. Hold on. There we go. How are you? Bored. Hi, Tom. Good morning. How is everyone today? It's like overcast out here. It's making my body hurt. Hi, Pat. Hi, Aquatic. I'm bored out of my wits. Truly am. Hi, Phil. You got a new coral order coming? That's exciting. So I truly think that, look, a thumbs down already. Like someone really likes me. You guys need to get a life. I'm pretty sure that I finally found out what kind of crab I have. So I'm almost positive it's a hairy emerald crab. Like I'm almost so positive that it is. So I'm kind of excited about that because at first I thought it was like a gorilla crab, which, hey K-Town, hi Doradicat. So I was like disappointed because I'm like, if I have to catch this thing, I never wanted to stick my hand into that tank. So that's good. So what's everyone else up to? So Phil, what kind of corals are you gonna get? Tom, my tank is pretty much cycled. Like, so I actually went last weekend and I got a piece of live rock, and obviously with live rock you're gonna get some sort of critters. So I was on the stream with Dave and everyone, and Dave was like, "Lise, go into the room and just see if you see anything." And this was late at night, so I went in with a flashlight, and I found the crab and some pods, so that was cool. Ooh, I love the clams. Like, I love the look of those clams. I'm not sure if that link is going to work. Look, 2 thumbs down. Thank you, losers. Um, and I know exactly who it is, too. That's the funniest part. Hi, Lisa. How are you? And I actually stopped using the shrimp in my tank. Like, I'm pretty sure, like, now, like, with that live rock and the bioload that the crab is producing, like, I'm still ghost feeding, but I think so far it's on its way to fully being cycled. I'm going to still wait another 2 or 3 weeks before I add a fish, but I'm pretty excited. I'm all right, Lisa. It's pretty gloomy out here today, so, and like yesterday I kind of took a hiatus off the live stream, so I only went on when Rika was on for a little bit. I got a good sleep last night because I'm usually up so late. Yeah, so Tom, I have nitrites and nitrates and no ammonia still. So when it was like a couple, I think day 6, there was little traces of ammonia, and I had the nitrites and the nitrates, but now my nitrite and my nitrates are pretty high. So I know it's doing its thing. Still no ammonia though. So what else is happening? Nobody feel like joining, huh? I didn't see anyone else streaming, so. I'm still surprised that crab is still alive, to be honest, because of how high the nitrates are. What's that?
So
Hey, what are you doing?
not a
Do you have the day off?
yeah.
You do?
Yep.
Hi, Austin. Hi, Prolific. Hi, Bandit. Oh, no, Bandit. Hi, PB. How are you? So what's going on? Hi, Mike. You got any new stuff, Pat?
Nope.
Hi, Fishy. Yesterday I got like pure emotional when Rico was speaking. Like I was like, am I just, I was like, I better not be pregnant. Getting so emotional talking.
I didn't catch the beginning of it, and I missed most of it actually because I was at work. But
Yeah. It was like really, really
um,
heartfelt. Just him, like hearing him talk about it. I was like, oh, my heart.
yeah, so I've had people email, text me, what's going on.
Yeah.
Um, hopefully it's just temporary. That he's taking a break. Like, man, he's just really been through a lot in the last month, so just give him
Right.
some
Well,
time,
that's what I told Jamie. I was like, I'm like, I missed you, Jamie. But she's like, you could have just called me. I was like, I know, but I know you guys are going through your thing. Right. Like, I'm not going to intrude on that. So.
Yeah.
He's straight. Aquatic addictions. Actually, so I had bought an RODI unit and I had nothing but troubles with it. So I brought it back and I got some distilled water from my local water store. And I'm just doing that route until I can get the RODI unit that I want from Liquigen. So I can't wait for that unit, to be honest, because it's such like, well, even though I'm still cycling and I haven't really needed to do water changes or nothing like that, but I can just imagine how much of a pain in the butt that's going to be when the time comes when I have, stock in there. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
and especially like right now, I can't lift anything, so that's fun.
Yeah. I used to buy the water thing, and uh, yeah, it gets old after a while.
Right? Like, well, I'm so used to, because of the fresh water, just getting it from my tap and like just doing it that way. But even that is a pain in the butt. So I need one of those like pumps, just to fill,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
make my life easier.
So, um, you gonna pump it into like a big container or something when you
Yeah.
get your system hooked up?
Well, so I want, when I get that RODI unit, I'm going to hook it up into my laundry room with a big bin and have, well, I want one empty bin so I can take from the RODI bucket into the other bucket to mix my salt into that bucket and then just, you know, use it that way. Mix what I need at that time and then whatever, right? So I want 2 buckets. Hi, Dre. That's really expensive if it's only 5 gallons at a time you can get. That's crazy. Fishy. I don't know if this link will work, but I'll do the bit.ly too. So what else is going on, Pat? How's the family? What did you guys do for Mother's Day?
Worked.
Did you really?
Yeah.
That's shit.
Fishy snowman. Got a new tool. It's a method. Yeah, so like I need to put out some kind of video. Does anybody have any ideas or want to see anything from me?
Yeah. How about you do a fragging video?
Fragging.
Yeah, and send me a piece of that pink lemonade.
Yeah.
No.
All right.
It's like when Rico said yesterday about how he needs to get rid of everything. I'm like, yeah, you can just send it on over here. I'll take her. My tank is nowhere near ready for anything of that capacity. As long as your intro, like, you know, I want that tune, like just that beat, just to listen.
Oh, I was working on it last night.
Really? Every single time,
Yes.
it makes me jam. Every time.
Getting some new footage. You know how like at the beginning I had new like little snippets of stuff. Like it would flash like different stuff on there. I'm working on some new footage on that. So yeah, that's gonna be cooler, I think.
So, do you still have those bumblebee snails? Is that what they're called?
Yeah. Yeah, they're doing actually quite well. They're a little expensive for what they are, but
Yeah. Well, they had them at my LFS, bumblebee snails. I was like,
yeah.
I'm sure that's what Pat got too.
Yeah.
Like, I wanted to do a more thorough walkthrough, but like literally, I was there when they were closing, and here I am, like just walking around on my own, filming everything.
Right.
But I was surprised to find out actually in their display tanks, they will sell those colonies.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they will.
Hmm.
So I was like, yippee. Because some of the other pieces that they have, like, it looks like they chopped it up too much. And, like, it's not doing so well. But there was some encrusting corals there that looked phenomenal. So.
Cool. So are you like just looking for something good starter cleanup crew or
Yeah.
like you just
So I think, well, I don't want to add any fish yet because my nitrates are still way too high. And I don't want to be battling that while they're in there. So
right.
I think I'm going to wait another 2 to 3 weeks, probably 3 weeks to add a fish. But I mean, like, I think I'm going to be adding the cleanup crew first because I want them there when the diet home happens, just to help it. I don't know if they will eat it, but we'll see. And I'm still like, it's still, everything's so white in there. So white. I'm just waiting. But I can see like a film starting to happen on the rocks, sort of. They're still white. But you know what else I found? I found this like other thing in there and I don't know if it's a spider. You know those spiders?
Yeah.
It has like a white body, and then it looks to me like 8 legs.
Man,
And it,
sure it's not a nudie.
what is that?
Nudibranch.
Yeah, let me look that up.
Look up acro eating nudibranch. Nudibranch.
No, it's not one.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna try to find it.
Yeah. Bandit said Trochus snails are um, ate his diatoms. Uh,
Well, you know what I really want is like one of my first fish too. Is a Watchman goby.
what?
Watchman goby.
Yeah, they're cool.
They're so
They're
cool.
cool. I've never had one, but they're cool.
So maybe it's like that kind of looks like it. No, it's not. So it looks to me like a spider. I don't know.
Trochus snails are really good. Now the Mexican turbo snails will actually eat like cotton candy algae and green hair algae also. Um, we're talking about in the chat. So,
Yeah, I can't see that. I'm looking for this thing.
I like the um, zebra, the big ass the zebra snails. They're cool. They do knock a lot of stuff over though.
I don't. It looks. It's hard to explain. So it has this white body and then really long legs. Careful, you guys. Hi, J. Carey, EDK. Maybe I'll try to get a really close-up picture of it. But it's creeping me out because I'm looking at it and I don't know what it is. What's the worst critter that you had in your tanks, Pat?
Flatworms so far.
And what do they do?
There's some that are that can eat acroporas. They do it slowly though. Um, they irritate the corals a lot. They can irritate soft corals also, or soft tissue on like LPS and stuff.
Yeah, okay.
They're not like, if you catch them right away, they're not really bad. Um, so I do have some right now. So I bought like a 6 line wrasse, but I don't know if it's eating them or not. I know the last time I had them, I had bought a Melanoris wrasse and it ate them within a week probably.
So will those wrasses like go around and pick off like all these like what if it's I'm like I don't know if it's like a Zoa spider, like you know what I mean? Like this thing that I'm worried about.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Fishy, what's your email?
I tell you what, we'll eat pretty much any pest you got, like that's bigger, and we'll hunt it down. But you won't be able to keep it in your reef tank. Would be a triggerfish probably.
Oh, okay.
I mean, like if you knew somebody to borrow one off of or something, see if they would eat it.
They're like, I have no one around me. Except
Zoa spider.
Ash is he's only like 40 minutes from me.
Is it a Zoa spider?
It looks like one.
Kind of brown with white body.
Yes.
And then, well, this one's got 1, 2, 3. Well, there might be multiple ones there. Yeah, 4 legs on each side, which would be an arachnid. Yeah.
Like, I'm like paranoid that it is. Okay, Fishy, what's your email? Like, it's like,
Zoa.
and it's so tiny. Like, literally, it's like the body of it is like the size of like, you know, like a not I'm not gonna say a pinhead, but like it's like the seamstress pins where it has the little balls on the end. So that little ball, it's like the same size as the ball.
It's not a copepod, is it?
Let me look at Copepod. Nope.
Oh. Yeah, it's probably one of those Zoa spiders then.
Well, like it looks like it's like a cross between a spider and a crab. That's what it looks like.
Hmm. Yeah.
Like, yeah, like it's. I want to get a picture of it. Let me go try. Oh, my body. Oh. Yesterday I like went ham on my freaking house cleaning it.
Here's Snowman. Anybody that wants the link, go ahead and email me here.
Did he email you?
No, I'll just put it in the chats. If anybody wants to get in, just email me and I'll try to copy and paste it.
Okay, so I'm gonna try to get a picture of this thing. It freaks me out every time I look at it. And it's so tiny.
Yeah, I've never really had like a gorilla crab. I've never gotten knock on wood red bugs or
I was actually reading about
new.
red bugs.
Yeah, I guess there's black bugs also you can get. Yeah, I've never had anything super horrible yet. I'm knocking on wood. Sound like you got all kinds of goodies in your rock though.
Well, like, right? Like, why? And, you know, I tried to pick the one with the most, like, big holes in it because I figured they wouldn't, you know? Here's this damn thing. And my crab left the rock that it came on and went underneath my rocks, which now I haven't been able, well, like, I seen it last night, but I got it. So tiny. Okay.
Yeah.
Hi at Fish Keeping Jamaica. How are you? Okay, I'm going to send it through the Hangouts. Can you still look at the pictures while you're in here, Pat?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So if you look right in the, like that little hole, well, it's not the little hole, but it's the bigger part, so it's brown and white. And it's so tiny, but I zoomed in.
Which part?
Okay, let me try to edit it so I'll show you. Hold on. I'll highlight it.
Was this rock just sitting in a big bin they had there? Or?
Yeah. Oh, so in the back they have this big like bin of rocks behind the doors, and
Yeah.
so they had a lot of really nice pieces. But you have Fishy. Are you going to email him, or I will?
Okay. Doesn't matter. I got Reef Rabbit's email.
Yeah, I sent Reef Rabbit one too.
Okay. Your stuff keeps getting put in my spam box for some reason.
Maybe it's because I'm not putting a subject. Maybe.
That could be.
There you go, Fishy.
So yeah. Yeah, tell him to check his spam box also.
Yeah, check your spam.
Spam.
Okay.
Sizzle pork and ham.
Okay, I'm going to show you this one. There. So now it's like highlighted it. See that little white thing with the stripe through it?
Yeah.
That has legs, and it moves.
The whole round piece has legs?
Yeah, so that, well, see, okay, so see where that little white piece with that brown line through it. So that's its body, and then it has the brown legs off of that.
Oh, I don't know.
Right? Like, what the heck is
Kind
it? And it moves.
Is the body completely circle?
Pretty much, yeah.
It looks like a serpent starfish to me.
What the heck is that?
I can't really tell. I mean, are the legs all like on? If the legs are definitely all on different sides, it's probably a spider. But I mean, it could be a serpent starfish too. By the looks of the body, I can't be 100% sure. But
You know, now that I've typed that in, it kind of looks like a starfish. Pat, I think you're right. Ah, are those dangerous? Like, what are they?
No, you're good. They're good.
Bye, Prolific. Okay, Reef Rabbit, I'm going to send it again. It might be in your spam.
I sent him one too.
Oh, did you? Okay. Then I won't.
Yeah, it looks like a serpent starfish body to me.
It moves. It definitely moves. So it creeps me right out because of how tiny it is. And like at first, I thought it was just like a piece of algae or something. Until it moved, I was like, "What the f is this now?" Because I have like the amphipods. I know I have those. I call them the potato bugs. Hi, Ryan. I also have the I believe it's a hairy emerald crab, and now a starfish, if that's what it is.
Well, but you can't. What color is the crab's body? Is it green or is it
It's like a greenish
different color?
gray. Like a greenish gray.
Oh,
Like,
yeah, that's probably what it is. That's probably what it is then.
but who knows? Like, I guess I'm gonna find out when I put corals in there.
All right.
Yeah. But I was telling my husband, I'm like, if this thing is a gorilla crab or whatever the case may be, you got to get it out. Like, I'm not touching it.
Yeah. Well, luckily you don't have a whole lot in there yet.
Right? Hi,
Or
JV.
of rocks. So.
Well, I want to get another piece of rock. Good morning, Tina. But
But now you're worried.
Yeah. Like, right? I don't want any more critters. Like, whatever came in that one, I'm sure there's a lot more that I haven't even seen yet. And I just don't want something like, I really don't want bristleworms, and I really don't want bobbit worms or Medusa worms or none of that. Like, I don't want them.
Bobbit worms are not really common. Bristle worms, I'll tell you, it's almost impossible to keep them out of your tank, though.
Listen, let me be great. Okay?
Be great. They're not a bad thing to have either.
I can't, I don't know. They remind me of a centipede, and I don't do centipedes, like, at all. I don't mind, like, the potato bugs or even if the crabs. Like, at first he freaked me out, but now I like him. He's okay. But, yeah.
Yeah.
But what are those things called? The asterisk starfish or something like that? What are they called?
Yeah. Asterina.
Yeah. And those are the ones that... Doesn't Alex G have one of those? Or what kind of bristleworm does he... Or not bristleworm. Starfish does he have? And he, like, has it in his sump or his refugium. And the thing is massive. It reminds me of something from, like, Tremors. You remember that movie?
Oh, he's got he's got the what's that thing called? Dang it.
You can cut it out.
It's like a huge starfish. But it's like, it doesn't look like a starfish.
He's got that one shrimp that's crazy. I can't remember what it's called.
Is that well, what's the one that Dave has? A mantis?
Yeah, mantis shrimp.
Yeah. Although the peacock ones are really cool. Yeah.
So you're finding things in your aquarium now, huh, Lisa?
Oh yes, Justin. Yes, I am, and it's kind of freaking me out because I'm new, and a lot of these little critters that are in or that I'm finding aren't really too, like, they're not mentioned as much, right? So it's all new to me, and I'm like seeing these things, and I'm like, oh.
Well, especially too, when you're new, you see all the mainstream things, but then you don't really see any of the behind the scenes, like cleaner crew people, like the stars and the brittle stars and things like that. So it's a little overwhelming. Like, what am I looking at?
Yeah, Pat. So it looks very similar to that, and it has the white body. So maybe it's just a baby.
Yeah.
Hey, Fishy, it's not working for you. Let me do it directly. Hold on. Your email's still up here. Yes. Okay. I just don't, like, I wanted to get more live rock just to kind of help my aquarium along, but, like, I'm not down anymore. Like,
well, I I have a 5-gallon up and cycling now, Lisa, and I haven't put any rock in it yet. I've had the water going for almost a week now. So
Yeah.
add some live rock to it at some point in the near future, and see, that's if I don't decide to tear it all down and just stick with the 30-gallon. There's a potential. Right now, I'm getting kind of behind on everything. Work just isn't going as good as it used to. So there's a potential I may have to take a hiatus from the hobby in general. Just money-wise, I may have to sell my tank to get caught back up.
See, I already want, like, I have my eye on this. Okay, so at my local fish store, they have actually this huge sale going on right now. And it's, I believe it's a 275 with the dimensions, okay? So it's just absolutely massive. And the stand and the tank with the lights, he has it for $1,300. And I like died. I was like, oh my God, like I need this tank in my life. And my husband was like, no, Lisa. And I was like, well, if I got rid of like, 2 of my freshwater, could I? And he's like, well, if you got rid of something. So we'll see.
It has begun.
Right? Well, and I think with that size of system, I'd probably go with all live rock.
I think saltwater's just gonna suck you in, Lisa. I think you'll just get bored with freshwater after a while.
I'm already bored with it. Like I find myself going to my salt and just staring inside of that damn rock more than I pay attention to my freshwater now.
There's so much more diversity.
Mm-hmm.
Green and reef tank, hobby. So it constantly piques your interest.
Yeah, I'm like, I got the bug for sure.
It's a bad bug to have.
Right? It's an expensive bug. Hey, DC, how are you?
But yeah, I unfortunately, my finances aren't lining up quite right. So I may have to take my hiatus and, jump out for a bit and get caught up and have my new baby and then come back.
Yeah.
Fresh start.
Like my finances are nowhere near par at all. But like this is like I find like, I've been doing this so slowly, like I'm acquiring things really slowly, and I'm just glad I have the patience for it. I'm not an impulse buyer by any means at all. Like I'll see something that I want, and I'll come back home and I'll thoroughly think it through before I decide to purchase anything, whether it's
right
to anything. Like I'm not, I don't know. But with my kids, I'm an impulse buyer, 110%. If I see like a cool toy, I'm like, they gotta have it. Like I'm gonna play with this shit. Like,
That's kind of the same way it is, around our house. The kids always come first.
Well, in my basement, for example, I have swings down there. Like we have 10-foot ceilings. So in my base, I have like basically a playground down there.
Nice.
Right? And I swing on them. They're so much fun.
That's awesome.
You know what I want though, but I can't find like a good one, is a teeter-totter.
They're not that common at home here either. Like you don't see people with them at their homes. Hey, Fishy.
What's up?
Oh, you're in. Okay, good.
God, that was torture.
Hi.
Ready?
I was ready to throw this fucking phone against the wall. Woo!
So Pat, what are you gonna do for a video?
I have no idea.
Because you've already.
I was thinking about doing
Go ahead.
I was just thinking about doing like upcoming reefers video, like new people that are starting out, maybe some of the older guys that I like to watch a lot.
Those are always good. You can't go wrong with beginner stuff.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Lisa, completely unrelated, but did you see Joey's pond? The
Yeah,
start that he got on?
Yeah, I did. But I like when he was asking opinions, I told him, I said, get another racking system to complete the whole gallery. Because if he had another racking system in there, that would have looked sweet. But the pond is exciting too. I wonder what
Yeah, the pond. I'm not sure how. I'm not sure how in the long run having that fish room there in the foyer of the gallery.
That guy's constantly changing things.
Yeah.
He is.
Gotta keep the viewers interested.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
And his design on the pond kind of leads me to believe that he's not gonna keep it around for that long because
of how we built it. It's movable, right?
Yeah. So I kind of think this is just something he's doing to showcase for a while and then maybe take it down and do something different. I don't know, but look at how many times he's moved the 375 around, and then
don't get
he's
me
changed
started.
that corner so much. But I mean, yeah, he's constantly changing things. So
I find myself constantly changing my aquascape, like forever and ever. I'm forever changing something.
Hey Lisa.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring you back to cleanup crews.
Okay.
I bought a couple of choker snails.
Yeah.
And I was looking in my tank one day and I saw something crawling on the rock. Now I used all dry rock, but I got all worried, and I wasn't. So I went in there with my tweezers. I took it out, and I had baby choker snails. I didn't know that they can reproduce in the saltwater tank.
Oh shit.
So I have a bunch of them now, and they're all growing, and nothing's eating them because I only have like one fish in there right now because I didn't have a lid and they kept on jumping. But they're all growing and thriving in my tank. I mean, it's something to think about.
Yeah.
I didn't know they could reproduce, but I thought I had some kind of bug or something. But it's definitely a snail, and they're all getting bigger now, and it's pretty cool.
That is cool. Well, I was mind blown about the whole guppy thing. Like, I was like, wow, I didn't know that. Like, I've gone years with thinking that those were freshwater fish.
Oh, guppies?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, they really are. I mean,
they're kind of like mollies. They can swing both ways.
I mean, I got guppies. They're in freshwater. What'd you think they were? Blackish?
Yeah, well, I just thought that they were freshwater. I never knew that.
Yeah, but I would really highly recommend choker snails.
Yeah, when I seen, I think it was Reefer Girl, when she did I think she got the Dalmatian mollies, and she did it. Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about the mollies for saltwater, yeah. I didn't know that either. That was pretty interesting. I tell you what, I'm not a fan of. I mean, I know they're good, but I'm not a fan of the hermit crabs. They crawl over everything, and they killed my Nassauria snail for his shell.
You know what? I'm finding out that emerald crabs are pretty big dicks.
Yeah, I didn't get one yet, but I'm definitely leaning away from them because they look like they crawl over everything too.
They do. I have problems with them. See, I'm still adding corals and still trying to figure out, just where I want to place corals and stuff like that. So none of my stuff is glued down, and they just crawl over everything. They make them retract, and they knock them over. There's times I come home from work and I find my Zola's face down on the sand, and it's aggravating.
Unless stuff ain't really glued down, they're gonna wreck shit. Yeah.
So I'm thinking about taking them out. Just we're seeing if someone wants them or
I mean,
take them back.
I'm sure that I'm sure that I heard nothing but good things about them, but I think you really need a big tank for stuff like
They
that.
do their job. They do their job excellent. They're really good cleanup crew members, and they're really good at cleaning. They have no mind for what's in their way or whatever. They just crawl over corals.
Right.
They can be destructive to other things too. But as far as cleanup crew and doing their job, they do an excellent job.
Yep.
So who's going to come to Reef Expo with me?
That's in August, right?
Yeah.
I saw there's something else going on in Chicago in August. I forget what it was called. It's like a fresh and saltwater expo.
It is, yeah.
You're talking about the one in Chicago or Canada?
Yeah, so it's in Mississauga.
Okay.
And it's like the freshwater, saltwater event. I'm excited to see the
Is
turnout.
that the thing that I tagged you in for Instagram?
No, that's Aquatella or something like that.
Right.
I hope you win that one. That would be awesome.
That'd be I don't want shit.
Yeah, Pat, like that acro I will own one day. Like I will. I'm drawn to anything rainbow. Anything and everything that's rainbow colored, I'm down.
Let me tell you, I was at that little get together at what was that guy's place I was out this weekend? Coral. What the hell was it called? Anyway.
I've seen some things you could spend money on.
When I was at Ultimate Coral this weekend with Billy Pipes and them guys,
Yeah.
I saw some really nice mushrooms. I didn't know that mushrooms came in those kind of colors. I was really impressed. So I might pick up a couple of those, but I just got to do a little more homework on them. I don't know if they get too big or not.
Mushrooms and rock flowers.
Rock
Want to go
flowers.
ahead?
Wow. Okay, that guy just messaged me back about that. He
No
wants
way.
$11.99 for it.
Wow.
$11.99 for what, Pat?
The Canadian jaw dropper. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's an acro.
$11.99 meaning like $1,000 or?
Like almost $1,200.
Yeah.
Oh God, that's a lot of money.
Oh my lord.
That's big bucks to drop on a coral, man.
That is.
Yeah, I can't. No way.
You should have. Did you guys see? Jeff from American Reefing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He picked up an elegance coral this weekend. The thing had to be the size of a mini football. He's going to put it in his 29-gallon tank, and it's just going to be that. It's going to look cool.
What?
Yeah, it's like this thing was huge, man. It's amazing.
That's
the guy had
definitely a way to
it
make
in the tank for like a couple years.
Well, that's definitely a way to make it the star of the show.
Yeah,
That's
no,
for sure.
it's going to look. When he told me that, I was like, you know what? That's a cool idea. Very easy. Just take care of that one big coral.
Yeah. You don't really have to worry about overfeeding or anything like that.
Yep.
So, I mean,
I'm
it'll be
curious.
easier to keep parameters in check.
He should be doing a video on that soon, I would hope.
We'll have to keep an eye out on that. For that.
Yeah, his channel's American Reefing.
American Reefing. I think I'm subscribed.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might be. Yeah,
He's an awesome guy.
very nice guy.
Yeah, good people.
Lisa, you got a 40 breeder, you said, right?
It's a 40-gallon bow front.
Bow front. Okay, right. Yeah, I would definitely start putting some. It's been running a while, right?
2.5 weeks now, right?
Well, yeah, it's about 3.5 weeks.
Okay, 3 weeks. All right, you got some time yet. Right. I didn't put anything into my tank for about 2 to 3 months.
Yeah, I'm kind of playing, like, and the first corals that I'm actually going to get are probably, like, mushrooms and toadstools.
Right.
And once those, once I know that I can keep those alive, then I'll move on to, like, the pulsing xenia on its own little rock and some zoas.
Right.
I just sent some zoas in the chat that I'm digging. Like, I dig those.
Yeah,
Zoas are
many. I picked the last month. I picked up some really good ones. The frag swaps are the way to go.
Well, and that's just it. And that's what, I said. I was like, I would much rather spend my money on someone local who's doing it, on their own than buying from a big box store. Because the LFS is charged out of the rear.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
And you know what's so nice about the frag? Like, you really get to see them up close. Like, ordering online's okay, but sometimes it could be a little misdeceiving.
Yeah.
And then to really get a good benefit on with ordering online, you got to spend like $200-$300 to get free shipping. So.
Michael Leonard is asking, is there a good way to remove zoas if you don't want them?
Well, if you can take the rock out and then scrape it off, but how are they put in his tank? If you can take the rock out, great. If you can't, then you pretty much got to just scrape them with a razor and try not to hurt the bottom of the foot.
Hi, Brian.
Yeah. Pretty much as carefully as possible.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to resell them, that's different. Like I said, you're gonna have to put them on frag plugs.
Plug was glued, then they spread.
So can he remove the rock?
Can you remove the rock, or is it kind of a lost cause?
Yeah.
Hi, John.
Yeah, I glued a lot of my rocks. I had to get the look I wanted, though.
Dude, those cornbread Bowsers, Lisa, those just look incredible.
Yeah, right? I'm digging the whole rainbow. Like, if I could do like an entire rainbow themed tank, that would be amazing.
Well, I mean,
I wonder.
Technically, you could create layers of color.
Yeah.
Here.
You want what, Pat?
I wonder if the guy takes trade-ins on vehicles for him as frag.
Right? I'm sure if you went back with another offer, see what he would say.
He said he thinks he's the only one in the state that's got it right now.
Oh, egotistical idiot. I'm sure there's others that have the damn thing.
Wait a minute, what?
The jaw dropper.
I don't know how many people are willing to dish out $1,200 for a coral, though.
Well, if it was a good sized colony, like of that particular, because of how beautiful it is, I would probably, like the one that I sent Pat, if it was something like that, I'd pay $1,000 for that size.
Wait, so we're only talking about a frag here and not a colony?
A frag, like a little bitty frag the size of like a dime. Like, it's so
Dude, is he freaking mental?
No, that's how much they're worth.
Yeah, they're like.
I mean, in all honesty, that's how much they're worth.
Oh, wow.
I thought we would be talking about, a whole colony here.
No, it's very
Oh no.
is what he's selling.
Supply and
Well, I'm
demand.
not. I apologize for that.
Yeah, there's
That's
corals
crazy.
that go for more than that. It's crazy.
Yeah, I have seen some that go for more than
Not
that.
me.
That's
No way.
I wouldn't drop it.
No way.
Mine, I do have a Ford Ranger I could trade in for it. But
And also, what are those called? The euphyllias. If I got like, I want like a whole like. I'm really drawn to like the softer corals.
yeah,
Hammer.
the LPS corals. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not down with the bird's nest by any means.
No, get a Blasto.
A what?
A Blasto.
Blasto.
Blasto Muso.
Or you could just be like me, start on one coral and end up trying to find every one you can of the same species.
Whatever
so
you
many
do,
different-
blue clove
Good.
polyps.
Don't get
Like,
blue clove
no joke.
polyps.
Don't get
My-
blue clove polyps unless
My-
you're done
Why?
and you want to fill.
Well, that blue one that you have, Pat, is it the clove polyps? Who has that?
Rico.
Rico's
That's
got
me.
clove polyps.
Oh, okay.
Polyps, and I kind of made a mistake when I got them because they're starting to spread now and quickly. So I'm thinking about just pulling them out and trying to get rid of them.
Well, what's that other one? It looks like daisies. I believe Tina has it.
Oh, the clove.
Knopia.
What's it called?
The clove.
KNOPIA. It's got a bunch of different names, but that's what it's. Yeah.
My LFS has orange clove polyps. They're blue with orange stripes. They look like giant pulsing zinnias. I don't want them so bad.
There's
Oh.
my blue, Lisa.
Yeah. And that potted plant. What is it called? The potted. Potted something. Yeah, that's pretty.
Flower pot coral.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I got. Billy didn't know the name of it, so I just called it a highlighter yellow flower pot. It's white with or highlighter yellow. It's gorgeous.
Yeah, I like the flower pots as well.
It's like a chalice, but the polyps extend out like crazy.
And clowns could host toadstools and stuff, right?
Yeah, I've seen
Yeah,
them.
they can. That should be your first set of fish, Lisa. Pounds.
Yeah.
So-
I was checking them out, and my husband is actually more drawn to the designer clowns, but I told, the kids are more adamant on the ones that look like Nemo. So,
Yeah,
I'll probably
you can get
the basic ones.
you can get them really cheap too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was they have these new ones out. They're called Black Storms.
Okay.
They for two little fish. My local fish store wants $800 for these
Whoa.
clown fish.
I must have missed that. 800 for what?
For two little clownfish, the newest
Those
ones.
are
They're called Storm.
Sick looking.
Okay.
They look like cows almost.
They
They're
do
like white.
like little cows.
Yeah. I think that's ridiculous, though.
See, my LFS has stuff from like $6 for a pair of standard clowns, all the way up
What?
to like $200 for a pair of design clowns. So
That's another thing I'll never do is spend $800 on a pair of fish.
there you go.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it.
What about a dragon heel?
3 years from now, they'll be $20.
No, I'm not getting any eels, John.
Why?
No.
Well, no, I meant to Snowman. Would Snowman spend $800 on a dragon eel?
I'd
No.
spend $800.
I wouldn't do that either.
I mean, that's like half the price of what they go for. They're usually like $1,600.
I'd get a new aquarium.
Exactly.
So much-
There was a really nice ribbon eel at my LFS.
Uh-oh. Is he eating?
Well, yeah, it was. They actually were feeding him when I was there.
What color is he? Is he black and yellow, blue and yellow, or is he white?
Blue and yellow.
Yeah, that's the most common.
Yeah, he was awesome. Really long, like, mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go, Lisa. That should be your first fish. Do it up.
No, sir. Not me.
Get you some 3/4 PVC buried in the sand. Build some rocks around it.
Yeah.
I was looking at your eels. They had a moray, too.
Yeah. Jennifer's over here getting excited.
Jen, I love her.
She said she would sell her soul to get that dragon eel for $800 though.
It's not like there's much of it left.
Get up.
Yeah, so there's something I want all you guys to keep an eye out for.
Okay.
And Tina has some. It used to be a really common frag, but you can't hardly find it anymore. It's the one I told you about earlier. It's called Napia or daisy polyps.
Okay.
It used to be like a $15 frag, but the last frag I seen was $70 because it's getting hard to find.
Well, why don't you get Tina to frag hers?
She said she would, but I mean, just for you guys, if you wanted to make some money back, it's probably be worth. If you could find some somewhere cheap and somebody didn't know what they had.
Yeah, hers is really nice looking too. It's almost like hers is like a pinky purple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the last frag I seen was $70. I was like, there's no way I can pay you that much money for that.
No.
Just because 20 years ago that was one of the only things you seen in a pet shop.
Well, that's funny.
20 years ago. No.
I didn't catch that.
You're going robot.
20 years ago, $15 was a high price to pay.
Yeah, right.
Well, I still make the same as I did 15 years ago at my job, so that tells you about how much cost of living raise I've got.
Yeah, that's
Great.
good.
Get a new job.
I still get paid good though. So.
Okay.
No, I was just saying, like 15 years ago, making what you make now, I would have stayed too.
Yeah.
Could always be worse.
I mean, in all actuality, my job, I should be making about $5 or $6 more an hour than I am now. So.
Are you union or no?
No. I work for the greediest men in America. I'm a corrugator operator.
A what?
Corrugator operator like paper, make corrugation for paper.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that like an operating engineer, like in that union?
No, we're not union.
That's what I do. I work in commercial office buildings in Manhattan.
JP's asking a question. How do you guys pay for A-grade micromusa? Is that how you say it? Musa? Micromusa? Musa?
What do you pay for A grade?
Yeah.
I mean, corals get graded by number by like A, B, and C now.
101.8. Not sure. Still new.
Who put that in there? I don't even see that comment.
Yeah, I don't either.
JP Aquatics.
Oh, A grade. Okay, I got you. I see it. My most expensive one came from Worldwide Corals, and it was like, I don't know. I can't remember how much it was. Let me check. I got my paperwork here. In case I ever frag it, I've got the lineage, so it was like $50.
Hi, Matt.
Hey, Pat, you going to Reefapalooza?
No, man, I wish.
Yeah, I'm going to go to my first one this year.
Yeah, I wish I could, but
Yeah, it's a nice
I don't
hike,
know.
I know.
Well, he's got to go help Rico and all that too.
Yeah, I mean, like we got the barbecue coming up right in July after that. Plus, I'm gonna have to go get the tank sometime around that time, and then July, August, he'll be getting a new tank in, so I have to go up there and help him out with that. Hopefully, I'm get to partake in that. So
That makes me nervous. How you guys are going to get that in?
Very cozy.
They'll do it.
Yeah, they will. That's going to be definitely something exciting to watch for sure.
Yep.
So
Not the first.
I kind of
not the first to turn it down.
No. Sorry, my voice is so messed up today.
You're okay, Pat.
Yeah, man.
How far total you have to move that 300, Pat?
He needs pulled out of Rico's basement, and then it's like a 3.5 hour drive back to my house.
Oh goodness! Wow.
Which I'll probably have to rent a trailer to get the stand and tank. So
Yeah. I'm so excited.
But yeah, it'll be awesome. I was kind of playing around with ideas on how to get everything up and out and in, and I did see like a 3,000-pound winch that you can attach to your ball hitch on the back of your truck.
Yeah.
So basically, you just, because at Rico's house you can't get the truck straight with the door it needs to go in. You have to park your vehicle sideways. So like the driveway is right next to the house.
Yeah.
Going down the steps. But the winches I found have casters or rollers that the tow line or the winch cable can roll on. So if we just parked it next to the door, we could lower it down with the winch, which would be easier than people trying to manhandle the thing. Obviously, you'll need somebody on top trying to hold also. But then I came up with the idea of let's put Schedule 80 PVC pipe down and slide it down there instead of trying to go down the carpet on the steps.
That's a good idea.
Because the crush pressure on Schedule 80 PVC is like 1,200 pounds, I believe.
Okay.
So if we had 3 or 4 rails going down, it would be nice. But then, yeah, if we had the winch and could lower it down easy, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
But then how are you going to hold the PVC down on the bottom level? There's still some questions. I don't know. I was just throwing out ideas to him.
Yeah.
He said the aquarium company is supposed to be trying to come up with a solution also. So
Okay, good. And like, is it straight into that room, or is there a turn, or no?
no, it's like when you go into his door, there's like a landing,
Okay.
Then you can walk up into the upstairs or go straight and go straight down the steps. So it's a straight shot down the steps. So
Thank God, eh?
yeah.
Oh.
Man, because that could turn into a bad situation there pretty quickly if it got any more complex than that.
Yeah. Yep.
And he said he's pouring a new footing for that tank.
You, bro.
For the sump, I believe he's going to.
Okay. So much work, eh? Sheesh.
But he's tearing up the carpet and putting down tile. So
Hey,
And where are you going to put your tank, Pat?
probably on this wall next to the garage. I'm thinking either that or put it on the long wall and pipe it like he has it now into the garage eventually. Because if I put it on the wall next to the garage, I'm not going to have a whole lot of room to work on the one side of it. Maybe like a foot.
Yeah.
And that's not even enough room for me to squeeze in there hardly.
So, are you?
Or no.
What are you planning for? Are you going to do like live rock, dry rock? What's the plan there?
Try to do mostly live if I can.
man, there's this Chinese guy on YouTube. He does like a rockscape with shelf rock. I don't know.
Oh
if you guys
yeah.
seen it. Oh my God, his
I love
work. His tanks
Sorry,
look
Fish,
amazing.
go ahead. Yeah, well, that's, I wanted a good sized piece of Tonga shelf to create like the shelf on the side.
Yeah.
But the guy who promised me that he was going to order it hasn't pulled through yet. And then someone, I forget who else mentioned it, but you can get little shelves, right? The Reef Seat or Reef Rock or whatever it is, they make them. And you can get like magnets and just hang them on the back of the tank to give it that look too.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
Was it you, John?
That was me.
Yeah.
Guilty.
Guilty.
There's some. This guy, I wish I could post a picture, man, on this thing. I posted and show you guys, man. You might have seen him. He's on YouTube. It's pretty awesome.
Well, once you can still send in the Hangouts chat part.
Okay.
Or you can even link. Yeah, you can even link it into the chat in YouTube too, because you're a mod. So.
Oh, now I can do that? Oh.
You can do that.
Yeah, because I used to do it and it didn't look like it worked.
Yeah, so you're a mod now, so you should be able to do it. And so the other day, listen to this shit. So I friggin' leave my garage. Hi, Dave. How are you? So I leave my garage a little bit cracked just for ventilation in here, like during the day, right? Mm-hmm. So the other day I come out here and I hear something rustling because I keep the garbage bags by the door for garbage day. I hear something rustling over there and it was a fucking squirrel. And does the thing not jump up on my husband's like toolboxes and shit? And I'm screaming. I grab a shovel, try to get it out of the freaking garage. My neighbors probably think I'm crazy.
Wow.
Anyway, so I guess he came in here yesterday again because the garbage bag is all torn up, just a little tiny thing.
Those little squirrels could be nasty. You get them inside.
Right? I was like, get the fuck out of here.
Squirrels are the devil.
They freak me out. And, the coons around here, okay, and the skunks, aren't afraid of people. They're not. So they'll literally stare at you and eat your fucking garbage. And they're like, yo, bro, you can't do nothing about it. Come at me. Like, right? Like,
We did go fish out, okay? They were shooting a knife at us. I mean, they were out for weeks.
Yeah, it's because goldfish are disgusting.
Yeah. So we took them and we put them in the back. I think it's like a.
Mute yourself.
Sorry.
Thank you.
I thought he was trying to talk to us.
Hello. Yeah, so like life goals for next year will be Rap New York for sure.
Yeah. Well, like I
John,
really want to get my bloody passport so I can come.
John Robertson will be there next year too, if he's not this year.
I'm going to be selling all my tags.
Well, we'll have him grow an acropora by next year.
Exactly. I'll have Rico-sized colonies to frag up and sell. Life goals. I'm just if I can get one stick to not, RTN, then do backflips.
That's how I started, bro. That's how I started. It actually did all the way RTN.
A little trial. There you go.
You guys hear me?
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah.
I can click on it.
All right, check out that guy escaping there.
Wow. You can subscribe to him.
Holy
Yeah,
shit.
neat.
Yeah, that's all shelves. That's sweet.
Is that hot or what?
Yeah.
That's what I would like, man.
He's only got 1.5 thousand subscribers.
Right?
Dude, you got to see his tanks. Like, if you click on his link and check his other tanks out, immaculate. That guy's like Mr. Miyagi or somebody.
Right?
I just subscribed to him.
Yeah.
So
That light of that tank. Goals. It's an 8-bulb big.
If I ever got a bigger tank, I would take months just to do the rockscape.
That's
Oh man. Yeah, that 300, that's gonna take me a while, bro.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah, I give you credit, Pat. That's gonna be a nice expense, boy.
Yeah, and also just the whole journey of it, Pat. Like it's gonna be.
Pat,
I was
you
talking
ever
to
think
my
about,
wife.
what am I getting myself into?
Yes.
Okay, good. You're
Yep.
normal then.
Yeah. Yeah. I actually was talking to my wife about it the other day, and I was like, man, I'm really, kind of scared to even start doing it because
Yeah, it's a lot.
the sheer volume of money it's going to take to get everything going.
No.
Well, you just take it take it slow, like slow.
Yeah,
He's gonna have to take it slow.
that's what I'm going to do. Yeah.
Probably has no choice, right?
No.
Yeah.
Basically going to be probably buying a little bit of rock at a time and getting enough live rock and stuff in there to maybe start doing like one part of the tank at a time. I'm not sure how it's going to play out, but
Yeah.
I'm definitely not going to be able to do the whole thing at once.
Well, no, and like that it's like I'm glad you have that outlook on it because it's unachievable. Like unless you're fucking a millionaire, you can't.
Right.
You can't.
Right.
Well, I mean, even millionaires, they just pay somebody else who's a professional to do it versus doing it themselves.
Like
I wouldn't listen to do it myself.
I might acquire a 100-gallon tank that I was originally thinking about buying from the guy, but basically what happened is he got a free Red Sea tank from Red Sea because he had a little scratch on his little one, but he had it already set up, and he's like, you know what, it's very little, like minimal stuff. So he says, you know what, I'm just going to sell the one they sent me. So he was only asking me for like $500 for it. I was like, man, it's a 100-gallon Red Sea. It's real, that's a nice tank. $500, that's a steal. Just a tank,
Right.
though. That's it. No stand, no nothing. So I was like, then I started thinking about it. I was going to do it. And I was like, I told him, I said, no, forget it, man. I said, I got to buy rocks. I got to buy lights. I got to buy a sump. I got to make a stand. I said, by the time I'm done, you're talking a couple $1,000 already. And I got more than I need already. So then a couple of weeks ago, he starts talking to me. He goes, John, what would you do with that tank? I'm like, he goes, look, John, I didn't pay for it. He goes, I just want to get rid of it. I'll give it to you. I'm like, you're going to give it to me? I'm like, oh, man. You give it to me. I'm taking.
Kind of hard to pass that up.
Yeah. I said, he goes, well, I said, look, if something happens and I don't use it and I sell it, whatever I get for it, I'll give you the money. Because that's only fair. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't know but it's not in stone yet. So I'm not getting my hopes up. But then I would have to take my 75 down, my freshwater 75, and get rid of that. So I just can't do it all.
No, right? It becomes like a full-time job when you have multiple things.
Yeah, I spend all weekend down in the basement as it is now. I just can't. I'm done.
That's getting all them freshwater frags ready, right?
Yeah.
And that's just freshwater, yeah. And then I got the saltwater tank's really easy, the 25-gallon I got. I do 5 gallons a week water change. It's all Zoas. There's nothing to trim it's not bad. Yeah. So, but
Pat
yeah,
Bryan was telling me something.
Well,
He lost 9 SPS this past weekend. He was off and had an alkalinity spike. But now he has everything back in order.
Hey, did Lisa get alkalinity? Or not Lisa, did, oh God, I can't remember her name now. Terrible part of the community I am. Tina. Did Tina get her alkalinity stuff in check?
Yeah, I think she figured it out.
I haven't had a chance to talk to her. Is her family okay?
Yeah, there's some damage to the roof and stuff.
Yeah, she's having a couple of things. So, everything's good. Everybody's healthy.
Yeah.
Well, good. Good. Glad to hear that.
What's your guys' favorite magnesium testing kit?
I like Red Sea myself, but that's just me.
That's what I have. I should test more. I don't.
If I'm being honest, I don't have a test kit for magnesium. I only test the big 3. And so far I've been lucky, but
I don't have a magnesium test kit either. So. But once I get everything, like my corals and everything, then I'll care about that.
I just bought the Hannah Checker salinity one.
You just bought it?
I mean, alkalinity. I'm sorry. Yeah, I haven't really messed with it too much. That seems to be one of everybody's favorite. I mean, it's $50, so.
Yeah, well, I want, like right now I have Salifert test kits,
Right.
but I already want the Hannah. Just an overall, just like long-term cost is just cheaper for the refills. They're like $10.
Yeah, Billy Pipes did a whole bunch of videos on how to use them really good.
Yeah. My kids have a cold or something. They're freaking grumpy.
I've.
Are you
thinking.
that?
Sorry, I'm thinking.
Oh. Yeah, my son was up last night all whiny and cry about his stomach, but he didn't puke or nothing. But I don't even know where this came from, this cold. I hope I don't get it.
I don't. Ryan's talking about his Red Sea magnesium kit being high all the time. Is the NIOS kit high too, or is it reading about the same? Because because I did have some issues with my magnesium a while back. I could share that with you if it's something around the same lines or not. And also, if you put like amino acids and stuff in your tank, Nios reads loader, yeah. The sulfur, I think it's the sulfur, the Red Sea, or the titration's almost identical on them. So I know the Red Sea and the sulfur line up with each other as far as readings go, or pretty close to each other. Then, like, if you're talking about inconsistency, I mean, like, is your tank actually consuming, or are you adding stuff where your magnesium might be higher? Because some aminos, right? Do you add amino acids or phytoplankton or anything? Because sometimes that has magnesium in it. Some of the phytoplankton sometimes has amino acid in it, which sometimes, depending on what kind of amino acid it is, has magnesium in it also. Because that's kind of where I was. My magnesium kept being high, but I wasn't dosing magnesium, and I found out it was my amino acids. It was magnesium based. So it's a KZ brand amino acids. All right, you guys can go ahead.
I'm actually reading about Reefroids.
What was that? Reefroids?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny, Tina.
Who?
Tina says Marky's full of it today.
Yeah, I use Reefroids now too.
Well, like I just, like in a way, I'm nervous to use them just because of the problems people have with, I guess, when they overfeed or the nitrites and the phosphates coming up and all that bullcrap.
What, Reefroids?
Yeah.
Just don't overdo it. Once a week is what I do. I don't go crazy.
Once a week? And how much do you use? Like,
I do about anywhere from 3 to 5 mils, but I'm only on the 25 gallon. I get it a little pasty. I shut the pumps off and just put it around.
bye, Michael. Hi, Marky, if you're listening.
That's great, Tina. Yeah, hi, Marky. How are you?
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about feeding Reefroids if I was you. That's not a big deal, really.
Yeah.
Once you get your tank established, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, like, high nitrates aren't nothing, right? So, really, the only thing that affects your corals really fast is phosphates and alkalinity. So,
yeah.
So the phosphate part, I never really realized how much mine fluctuate till I started checking it constantly and seeing, like, after I do certain things affected it. But I mean, there's always phosphate removal products also. So
Well, I just don't like the idea. Like Reefroids aside, I just don't like the idea of using chemicals to control my levels. You know what I mean? Like, I'd rather use like more of a natural source of doing it, whether it's like the Chaeto or trying to get those things to eat all the bad shit naturally rather than using a chemical.
Just do water changes.
Okay, but let me ask you a question. Let me talk to you here for a second.
All right.
Billy Pipes. I'm gonna use Billy Pipes as an example. His all his LPS core look really healthy, really plump, real juicy. Then what'd he do? His nitrates were a little high. Then what he did was add what? Chaetomorpha.
Okay.
So I'm not 100% sure if this is what caused it, but then his LPS started looking like crap. His Akins and stuff were kind of shriveled up and kind of weak looking. And me and him were talking on the phone. I was like, man, maybe that Chaetomorpha is eating all the nutrients that your Akins and stuff normally eat.
Yeah.
Mm. Yep.
So there's stuff like that. You really got to start thinking outside the box on a lot of this stuff. Is it doing you? Everything serves a purpose. Like for Chaetomorpha, I would run it basically if I had algae and phosphate problems. Other than that, I wouldn't put it in there. Like Billy not having no problems with his tank, I wouldn't have even started putting it in there. But.
Okay, but because his block of the Chaeto or whatever is large, right? So if he were to take that half of that apart and only leave a little bundle of it, don't you think that the nutrient intake from the Chaeto would be less and his LPS would come back, bounce back to being plump and nice looking? Because
I think he said it looks better now, but yeah, you got a point. There's definitely ways of keeping a check on your nutrient levels when you're doing that. But the thing is, most people don't test regularly enough to realize how much of an impact it is making.
Well, I think, long term, yeah, I have the hang on back right now, but I really want a sump, I think. Because there's just more that you can do with a sump.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But Lisa, as long as you keep your mechanical media clean, like every day or every other day, you should be fine with those hang on the backs for at least a while. See, that was the problem I had. I wasn't keeping my mechanical filtration clean as much as I should have been. So that's what raised mine.
So do you think if I added another hang on back and made it more like a refugium type thing?
Yeah, that's what I would do with it. I mean, I would just throw some rubble rock back there and maybe a little LED that's capable of growing a little bit of Chaeto.
Yeah.
Maybe not put the Chaeto in right away, but once you do start showing, high phosphates or whatever, nitrates, then throw it in there. If that makes sense.
Yeah, but why are nitrates? I don't understand why everybody keeps saying nitrates are a bad thing to have.
Well, they're not, but having them super high is bad, right?
I mean, it depends on what you consider super high, I guess.
Yeah, it's true.
Anything over 100, I might start worrying. But
right now, my nitrates are like 40 to 50.
Yeah, that's where Worldwide Corals keeps theirs at. So
I was going to say, anybody's tank, whoever you see who has nice growth and good-looking corals, always have some nitrates and phosphates a little bit.
Here's some way to think about it. Let me chew up my food real quick, and I'll start talking. All right, in the ocean, I don't know if you guys were around for this conversation that we had. In the ocean, phosphates and nitrates are at 0, but they constantly get a fresh food source from the ocean, be it phytoplankton or copepods or whatever. They eat stuff. So in our aquariums, we have to use an alternative method, basically, of feeding our corals, and they utilize nitrates and phosphates as food instead of kind of getting it as a natural supply from the ocean. If that makes any sense to you guys.
No, it makes sense.
They
I get
utilize,
it.
yeah, it kind of works as their sunscreen or food. So,
Yep. Interesting.
I'd say once you start getting over point one on their phosphates, that's a little high, and I wouldn't worry about nitrates unless they're like, I don't know, over 180 or 100, somewhere in there. But that's just me. That's my own opinion. That's how I've come to understand these things.
Right.
Now, with a sump, would I be able to not drill my tank and just have like equipment kind of like?
You could do the hang on the back overflow.
Yeah.
I wouldn't recommend it, but if you wanted to, you could.
Okay.
That sounds like more work than it's worth.
In my mind, yeah, I would rather drill the tank personally.
Yeah, maybe I'll just get a new tank.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean,
Yeah, just
look at. I think Mike from Mass has a 40 breeder, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Saltwater tank. I would pick his brain, Lisa, because he's got it dialed in pretty nice now. It's been running a little while.
Yeah.
I think he's got a hang on the back. I don't think he don't have a refugium as far as I remember.
Yeah, his tank, I think it's his, I think he has like a 65 or 70.
It's oh, the Aquaqueer 70, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And hang on the back, yeah. I mean, he's got pretty simple setups, and they work, man. You know, the water changes. I wouldn't worry about all these sumps and refugiums just yet. I mean, once maybe for your next tank. But
I mean, I still do a weekly water change on all of my tanks. You know.
Yeah, on my salt water, I've been doing weekly water changes since I started, and I'm in I think it's about 8 months now.
I mean, when you get to the point to where you go bi-weekly, and then you go bi-monthly. You know what I mean? It is what it is.
And I use the Chemi Pure Blue Nano. I do that every 3 months, every 2-3 months. John, did you get the lagoon yet? You set it up?
Yeah, I've got it. It's I'm lacking a little bit of plumbing for what I want to do, and I need to get a bigger pump from the sump back to the tank.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, if it wasn't for that, I would. I mean, I've got everything for the stand. I don't know.
Right.
John.
Are you taking?
John's he's having a hard time finding square pipes.
Hey.
John, you took out the all-in-one in that tank. Then you took that wall out.
Nah, it's still there.
Oh, okay. Are you gonna leave it there or?
Yeah, I'm gonna leave it. The whole purpose behind leaving it is I wanted my filtration to be in the all-in-one for two reasons. One, I want the fuge to be clean. I don't want anything inside the fuge. It's going to be a display macro fuge, possibly more than likely seahorses.
Right.
And then the other reason why I left it too was in case I ever changed my mind. All I've got to do is use a little bit of silicone and some pieces of glass to cover up the holes, and then it's back to all-in-one.
Right. Okay. All right. Interesting.
Yeah, I think that from where me and Jen were talking the other night, I think I'm just gonna try to find one of the little ghost skimmers, or maybe even get the innovative marine skimmer that goes into the overflow chamber.
Right. I heard mixed opinions on that ghost skimmer. I mean, I'm not telling you what to do.
Right.
From all the reviews, it seems like people love it or people are okay with it. I guess it all just depends on. I heard it's noisy. I don't know.
Right.
I took mine out. I'm not even using it anymore.
What is it?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
the Innovative Marine Ghost Skimmer.
I just I kind of want to run a skimmer in this system. I mean, it's basically a frag rack slash fish tank slash seahorse system. So I don't know. I think I might be trying to do too much with it, but
Yep.
Yeah, John, get that going already. And put out a video.
Well, right now, I mean, I can go buy the plumbing right now. The last piece I need for plumbing are like $3. It's really the thing that's holding me back now is needing a pump. The 318-gallon pump theoretically should have been perfect for it, but you know, I'm only going 3 feet from the sump to the tank, and there is zero pressure coming into this thing.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what's got me kind of not wanting to work on it right now.
Right.
I mean, maybe today I'll get a wild hair and I'll actually go build the stand and put everything together.
Well, you need to put out a video. Why don't you just do a feeding video of the eels?
I need to. Like I said, I've got a couple videos on my phone. I just I don't know. I've been being a butthead, not putting anything out. I mean, I'm not trying to have like, you know, gold content, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I've got 29 subscribers and I keep them. I still think it's crazy. I have almost 30 subs and I've yet to put out a single video.
Is Jen there?
She just left for work.
Oh, damn it.
Extra late last night, so she went in a little later today. Well, basically her normal time. She usually works 2 to 10, but here lately she's been working 10 to 6.
John, where are you at?
Virginia.
Okay, that's right. That's right. Billy told me. That's right. Now I remember. Okay.
Yeah.
I think you're supposed to get some storms today too, right?
I haven't looked at the weather. I hope not. I just like washed and waxed and super detailed my car inside and out. I'm gonna be mad if it rains today.
Yeah,
That's what
I know down east is supposed to get some heavy storms over here today. I think it's coming up from you guys. That's why I was saying, well, maybe not. Maybe coming from. What about you, Pat?
It's supposed to start raining today sometime.
It's raining all day. It's hurting my bones.
It's hitting your what? Your bones?
My bones, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Not gonna lie, I thought you said your bum.
Well, that's the main part. It's making me ache.
Yeah.
And I'm still waiting to hear from this damn doctor. It's pissing me off, to be honest.
So call them back and get frisky with them.
Right?
Look, you.
No.
You're not the one in pain here.
Right? Well, I was doing more reading and something about cortisone shots or whatever, but how your body can be dependent on them. So
I would be careful with cortisone shots.
Well, I don't want any kind of dependency issues on a medication.
Well, it's not just that. Cortisone shots for like broken bones or like broken cartilage, it's basically instant inflammation in the joints around it.
Mm.
So, yeah. I got 2 in my left knee, and I'll never get another one ever again.
Yeah, I think Deathmage has a good point, Lisa.
Yeah.
We pushed hearing people say hang on back cancer nitrate factory. Yeah, well, you know my thoughts on nitrates, so.
Well, that's like I maintain all my equipment, like every single piece of it. So, like most of my tanks, I run 2 filters. So I'll usually take the one off, do a thorough clean of it, put it back on, leave the other one for the following 2 weeks. I do
Right.
the rotation every 2 weeks, pretty much. It's just I never rinse out the biofilter. Well, I do once a month, but for the most part, I'll just clean the filter really good and take out the propellers and stuff and clean those properly,
Right.
and then obviously the pipes and stuff like that.
The main thing to worry about is your intake. You know, making sure it's not clogged, and then your impeller and your mechanical. If you're gonna run, any type of carbon, use your normal schedule with that and how you normally do that. But
I very rarely run carbon, only if there's a problem. But usually because I'm so adamant about my routines of doing water changes and cleaning stuff, I never really have to run carbon. So once in a while I do, but not usually. But what I do need is some new bio stuff for my Weevil C4 cannon or hang on back, because the one that I have, they're like little pellets, I guess I'll call them, and I've had them for quite a long time, so I'm going to start slowly replacing them with more like a ball type style.
right.
Yeah. Maze. I love her. I gave all my fishies some cucumber today, and they're all at it. Love it. I try to rotate between cucumber and zucchini, and
Right.
the cucumber is their favorite.
My shrimp love that stuff.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Well, and it gets them, like I find after I give them the treat of the cucumber, their poops are healthier.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you boil that stuff or buy organic or anything like that?
No,
When I boil it.
I buy organic. I do, and I'll just give it a nice rinse in like hot water,
Right.
and then I'll just put it in.
Okay.
When I have boiled it before, and they're not really interested in it when I do that. They like it more raw, so to speak.
Yeah, I found back in the day they liked it. They liked it raw.
Yeah.
I literally I would cut it the night before and let it sit in the fridge,
Yeah.
like overnight, so that way it gets a little softer than it is, from when you cut it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I would throw it in the next day, and they would tear it up.
Well, when I gave my Pleco a new piece of wood today, so he's going ham on that right now.
You guys follow Mark's Aquatics?
Yeah.
Yeah, that
the shrimp
dude.
guy?
Yeah, the shrimp guy. That dude is awesome. Well, the reason why that is, I was just curious what you guys use to hold your cucumber down in the water so they can actually eat it.
Fork.
Well, that's why I said if you boil it, it sinks.
It'll sink, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I just use forks, so I put the fork upside down, so the actual forks of it are sticking to the bottom.
Right.
Yeah, they go, and I put it right at the base of the cucumber skin, so they can't hurt themselves on it.
He's got this really neat thing. It's only a couple dollars on eBay. It's he cuts it out of acrylic using a laser, but it's part acrylic piece that's meant to hold cucumber slices.
That's awesome.
Yeah, there's a couple things out there like that.
Yeah. Yeah, this guy does some crazy things in the hobby, and he hasn't been on YouTube very long either. Maybe the past 6 months or so.
Oh, Mark?
Maybe a little longer. What's up?
You talking about Mark?
Yeah.
Mark Shrimps? He's been on a while.
No, Mark's Aquatics. He's from the UK. Maybe 8 months. He's come out on the scene since I started checking out people on YouTube.
Okay, because there's a couple of Marks then.
Yeah, I was one of his first 100 subs, and I think he's up to 3,500 people now, 4,500. I hadn't checked in a while.
Oh, okay.
I don't even subs I have.
I'll go check now. Maybe I'll drop a link to him if any of you freshwater guys are interested in him. He does some really cool stuff. And any of you guys that don't know about the UK, they have some crazy laws about fish. So he does what he can with what he's allowed to stock.
Right. Yeah, I like watching a bunch of the shrimp channels.
Yeah.
I like RL Brett. I like him.
Oh, LL, yeah, he's good.
Obviously, I love Mass. I love Joey. I like Ants Canada. They're more ants based, but though he's been doing like vivariums and stuff like that lately. Awesome. Solid Gold. She's another good one I like.
You watch Aquarium Co-op?
Yeah, Aquarium Co-op sometimes.
Yeah.
Hi, Sandy. How are you, babe?
Snowman, you were talking about maybe getting some mushrooms. What kind are you thinking?
I saw some at the swap this weekend, and it was really like I want to say like a bright orangey, and it had some like red veins going through it. It was really nice, man. I was like, wow. And then Billy's like, yo, Zoas and mushrooms go together great. And like, wow, I might just mix it up a little bit. But I got to do a little more homework on them. I don't know if do they get, I mean, I'm sure there's different types. Do they get too big?
Some of them.
Like, I like the size that, see, I don't want them to get like a size of I don't know, like a big, say like a Skippy peanut butter cap or something like that. That'll take over my whole rock and stuff.
Yeah. I got a blue one in there that's about that size right now. So.
Yeah, see, I'm looking up if things could stay like around a quarter or a silver dollar or something like that. That'd be perfect. But I don't know. I got to do a little more homework.
Yeah.
The ones that I saw he had there were like perfect little sizes, and they were really, really nice. But I spent enough money. I was like, nah, I got to stop, man. I got Mother's Day was tomorrow. I had to buy stuff for my wife.
How about a nice little bounce mushroom or
bounces?
Jawbreaker.
They look nice too.
The jawbreakers are too damn expensive, honestly, but
I'm not.
They look nice,
man. Ain't happening. I know they look. They probably. I'm gonna really take a good look at them when I go to Reefer Palooza and see what I can come up with. But I like the colorful ones. I'm not gonna lie. I'm sure that jawbreaker is awesome. But you will not see me spending $1,200 on a frag. No way.
No. Well, in 3 years, that $1,200 frag will be back down to $50 or $100.
Yeah, probably. That's the only way I could see maybe doing that. If you get your money back, if it starts to have babies and you can start making your money back on it, if you're really good at what you can get stuff like, then it's worth it.
Hey guys, I just popped the link for that cucumber holder. It's in the chat if y'all want to go check it out. And Snowman, you can see if it's the same guy or not.
Let me see. Yeah, I saw the link. If I click on the link, though, I might lose you guys. Hold on. It says it can't be open. I don't know why.
What? That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. Let me see. No, that's not it.
Did I throw in a broken link?
Yeah, that's not working for me. I don't know why.
It's working for me.
Man, this phone, I got to get a new phone.
It works for me.
Okay. This is his DIY one. But this guy, he's really cool. I like watching.
That's nice.
What's it called again? Mark's what?
Mark's Aquatics.
Mark's Aquatics. Okay, let me see.
Here, I'll post his page.
Yeah, it took me a minute to find the video. So if you wanna hunt for this one.
What the hell's that circle? I like that circle aquarium. What's that?
It's something he made, dude. Like 90% of the aquariums on his channel he built.
I'm subscribed to him.
Yeah. Okay. Same guy. Yeah.
I just don't know if has he done a recent video lately or.
I haven't seen anything from him in a little bit, so
Maybe
I'm not.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
He's got it. Yeah. All right.
He's got some really good content on his channel. That I really like him. He's a really nice guy. He does really good videos.
Okay. Cool.
But
I gotta start making more videos. I'm slacking, man.
I haven't even made the first one yet.
Yeah, I got a couple, but I'm
All right, I'm gonna have to figure out how he made that circle thing.
If I'm not mistaken, he's got a buddy of his that does little displays inside of shops or whatever, and he sends him all sorts of cutoffs from acrylic. He sends him a box every couple of months, and it was in one of the boxes that he got from the dude. I think it was a 12-inch diameter piece of acrylic. He just added a bottom to it, cleaned it off, and I think he might have made all-in-one filtration in the back of it. He should have a video on how he did it. There's a playlist on his channel of all of his DIY aquarium.
Oh, she sounds so cute, Pat. I just want to hold her.
Oh, you can hear her?
Yeah.
She's all the way to the other end of the house.
He's got a lot of videos, this guy, Mark.
Robert Woods is asking, anyone know what the rules for taking corals on a train are? Trying to go to Reefapalooza.
I don't think on a train you have anything to worry about, but that's just my opinion. I have no idea.
You shouldn't have to worry about the train. No one's going to even know what you got.
Yeah, I think it's more planes you would have to worry about.
Planes or border crossing. Okay. Yeah, if you got any questions about it, I'd call the train company. Wherever you're going to take your train ride from.
Yeah, it shouldn't be a problem on the train.
Yeah,
I didn't realize. I was talking to who was I talking to? Was it a couple of guys at the Frag Swap? All these places that show up at Reefapalooza, like Worldwide Corals and some of the other big coral guys, a lot of the prices are cheaper at Reefapalooza, they're saying. Almost half the price for frags.
Huh.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I mean, I know the Frag Swaps are cheaper, but I didn't think Worldwide Corals, they're kind of expensive.
Well, they are, but Worldwide, even if you look at their eBay postings, you can find stuff that they've had for a little bit that they just haven't gotten rid of, that they'll put it on there for $10 starting bid. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah, and if I'm not mistaken, if you order 3 or 4 of them from them, they'll put them in the same box. You just have to
you got to spend to get free shipping with Worldwide. You got to spend $200.
Yeah, which still isn't bad.
No, not on eBay. There's no free shipping on eBay.
Well, no, not free shipping. They'll put them in the same box to save you on shipping, but you have to email them. There's whatever it is. There's something at the end of their page that tells you how to do it.
Yeah, that's the thing with corals, man. Unless you're in the same state, man, that shipping is minimum $45.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I'm about moving to Ohio to be closer to Rico and Pat.
Come on, we got plenty of room over here.
What were you gonna say, Pat?
One thing I will never order another Euphilia online. I know some people probably had better luck than me, but every time I order some, they usually don't make it.
That's interesting. That's good to know. I didn't know that.
Yeah. I mean, I've always had better luck with them just going and getting them at local shops or whatever. So,
Yeah.
like there was a guy on eBay I ordered from. He's from Florida, and I've ordered all kinds of stuff from him. Everything's lived, but his Euphilia is.
So maybe
Tried that.
Euphilia seem like they're. Yeah.
Yeah.
They seem iffy. Yeah.
I tell you, I really like in the frag swaps how you get, save your money for the frag swaps, and you really get to see what the quality, what it looks like, if you really like it, or you're like, and it's definitely cheaper. Wow.
To be honest, I don't think I would ever order a coral offline, like online, because I can't see it in person.
Well,
Yeah,
a lot of them have the WYSIWAG. The WYSI is what you get. So the frag disc actually has a number on it. So when you actually look at that picture, that's what they're going to put in the box. I mean, I don't know if I would do it, but I haven't had a problem ordering.
I gotta say, you know who's really, really good? Tidal Gardens.
Right?
Really,
yeah.
Don't be afraid to order from them because, I mean, I don't know about utilities or anything like that, but I got a shipment from them. I'm really happy.
Yeah.
Everything goes in a separate container. That's nice.
Right.
I haven't ordered anything from Thean yet, but I ordered from Worldwide Corals. I was pretty impressed with the quality that I got. But I didn't.
I was happy with Lazy. Lazy Frags was really good.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah, and his prices are great.
Oh
I
yeah.
gotta say.
Yeah,
Billy was like, if you had him that close, I would never go anywhere else again. I was like, man, you got a point there. I shouldn't go anywhere else.
Yeah. Yep.
Dev, that's so exciting. Dev's new build is going to be happening soon. Everyone's building something. It's so sick. I love it.
Yeah. Everybody's building something awesome except for me.
Oh, stop it, John. Just do it already. And then
What's going to be awesome is if I can actually pull it off and it actually works as well as I think it is in my mind. That's what's going to be.
Mage, you're going to make me hungry. Don't start with your Chick-fil-A. Jeez.
Man, I would fist fight somebody for some
I want lemonade, and I had to go buy some. Or iced tea. It was iced tea.
I've only ate it at Chick-fil-A once. Is that wrong of me?
I don't think it's okay. It's just a new fad.
New? I've been eating Chick-fil-A like it's going out of style since I was like 15.
It hasn't been. It's not new to me. I mean, it's new to me. I don't know. I think it's okay. I don't know what people are raving about.
You know what my weakness is? I'm not sure if you guys will get this, but I'm Canadian, so Donairs.
I like Chick-fil-A because it's good food, it's relatively fast service, and it's not that bad on price.
Has anyone had a Donair? Deb,
Donair?
Donairs are.
That's a Canadian thing. Is that like your all dressed chips?
No, so Donairs, it's like a meat brisket type thing, and it's rotating, and they slice the meat off, and then they put on this Donair sauce, and it's just absolutely.
That don't tell me nothing. It's brisket with Donair sauce. I don't know what Donair is.
You guys have to go.
What the hell is that?
I think.
What are you talking about? I know what she's talking about. That thing that's been.
No, not donor meat. That's what you were laughing at.
See, I really think that's one of those French Canadian things that the only way you're going to get it is either in a high class restaurant or Canada.
It is like a gyro, but it's a little bit different.
You better.
That's what I was going to say,
a hero.
gyro.
It's called a hero.
Shut
A
up,
hero.
You guys got me freaking hungry now. Hi, Moke. How are you, Moke?
Moke.
Mokety
What's up,
moke.
buddy?
Ryan, here it's not street food. It's like very, very nice restaurants that you go into and get it.
So you say.
It is.
For all we know, nice restaurant to you is a taco truck.
Definitely. I don't eat street food. I don't do it. And John, wait till I see you. I'm gonna throat punch you so hard.
And then you're gonna give me a big hug, so it's all good. I mean, I'm okay either way. and you gone to go get your passport yet?
No,
Well, you need to get on that.
I know. I really do. But you know what? Since I'm a lady, all you guys should come to me. So Reef Expo is happening. So get it together, guys. Jeez.
Get out of here.
Oh my god.
Matt,
Hey, maybe our exchange rate is doing really good, and we can get cheap corals in Canada.
the Canadian dollar is shit compared to the American dollar. Just saying.
I mean,
So if I
last
come up there
checked
with a
in the-
$20 bill, am I rich?
No, not really.
No.
You're not rich.
Well, then yeah.
It's $1. You get $1 for your American dollar. Last I checked, you can get like $1.30 Canadian.
Yeah.
And I'd rather go to Mexico
Back
where
in
my
the days,
$20 lasts me a
it
week.
was. Yeah, back in the days when things were good, if you gave them $20, you would get 30 back. That was like almost 50%. But gas is outrageous up there. What's your liter now?
It's like $1.30.
Damn.
No, thank you.
Yeah, tell me.
There's
Sorry.
Is it 3.75 liters in a gallon, or is it 3.39 or something? It's a weird number.
4 liters make 1 gallon, so she's paying like $5 a gallon. That's crazy.
It is.
Yeah.
We're spoiled.
What?
It cost me, and I only have like a little tiny Saturn car. It cost me $100 to fill the tank.
Are you kidding me right now?
What?
Lisa,
No, she's not kidding you. I know.
Lisa, I use E85 in the Mustang, and it costs me $26.50 to fill up.
No, it cost me $100 to fill my tank.
She's not lying.
It
man.
cost
I'm
me
telling you, I go
60.
snowmobiling.
60?
It's so funny. I love the little old ladies in Quebec. They drive around in Hondas in snow like it's freaking has the best 4-wheel drive system you ever seen.
No, I'm telling you, it's funny. You can tell a person who's not from Canada with the way that they drive. Like
All you gotta do is look at the rims, and everybody has snow tires by November 1st.
Yeah. Well, no, I have my snow tires on by October 1st.
Dude,
And then
it's a law, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, you're supposed to. And then my snow tires don't come off till May.
Wow.
Yeah.
Snow tires. Wow.
Yeah.
Dude, let me tell you, I'm a believer in snow tires, man. They work. There's a difference.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't get snow around here like that, and I've got 230 mile an hour rated street tires on my Mustang, but like it trucks in the snow like nobody's business. I drive that thing year round. It's my daily. You know what I mean?
Yeah, don't go to Canada.
Well, no. If I came to Canada, I would actually just get a set of snow tires to throw on it front and back.
Yeah, it's a whole nother world up there, man. I mean, when you're hitting minus 20 and you're driving in those little street tires and it's snowing, your Mustang ain't gonna be too happy.
No, I mean I've yet to get it stuck, and we had I think the most we had at one time was like 10 inches. And no, I mean
have these special mats, okay, that I bought. So they're almost like a car mat, but they're not. Gavin, please. But so when you get stuck on ice or whatever, you put them underneath your tires, and it's like a traction thing. So they kind of like, there's spikes on them, so they dig into the ground, and then you can get your traction back.
Yeah, it's a whole nother way of life up there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I carry a small bag of kitty litter and a small area rug in the back of my car when it's
Right.
Yeah.
That's smart.
I mean, I've never had to use it, but I don't want to need it and not have it.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. Well, I'm gonna hop off here, guys.
All right, Pat.
Not that
Later,
Sam, I
Pat.
can go mow the grass.
Either I gotta cook dinner and shit.
All right. See you later.
Bye, Pat.
Yes.
Bye.
Mage made me hungry. No, Gavin. Go away with that thing. So what size was that tank again, Fishy, that guy's going to give you?
Oh, I hate even talking about it because I don't know what's going to happen. I don't want to get my hopes up. Yeah, it's a 100-gallon Red Sea. I want to say that's right, 400 SE Max. That's what it was called.
All right.
Yeah.
I hope you get it, man. I really do.
Yeah, like I said, if I do get it, it's gonna sit, and I'm gonna really take my time because I just can't afford it. It's a lot, you know.
Right. Yeah. No, I got it.
I can't even tell you what I got into that Laguna, the 25. I gotta have. I'm lowballing it. I tell you that with the Zoas I have in it now, I probably got 3,000 easy.
Oh shit.
Yep, I'm not kidding. You know, with all the shit I added, I changed the return pump, I changed the the return nozzles, the heater, the custom lid I just got. Shit, and the light was 460.
Yeah.
I bought the auto top off was 130. The auto top off container by Synergy Reef was 130. I'm just saying, you add it up, it's like it gets crazy. Tank is the cheap part.
Right. Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, that's the reason why my 125 is not up yet.
Well, my next purchase is going to be my lights and the ROD.
Yeah. What light you gonna go with?
Well, see, and this is where like I'm stuck because I'm torn between the Ocean Revives
Yeah, okay.
because they're like there's more options and I was also looking at the Mars Aqua.
Mars Aqua.
Well,
but I just don't like
Mars Aqua.
Top of the Mars Aqua. Like I don't like it at all.
Well, I don't like the
Revive.
look of them, but they
Ocean
work.
Revive got a lot of good reviews.
Ocean Revives are a good light. I mean, Rico uses them.
Yeah.
He swears by them, you know.
Yeah. No, I've seen a lot of good reviews. I almost went with that.
But then
I'll
there's
tell you what,
black
though.
boxes as well, like the Chinese black boxes.
Well, that's what Mars Aqua is. Don't be confused on that. Mars Aqua is a Chinese shitbox.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, it's you know.
I'm not saying they're bad. That's just me. I can't go with stuff like that.
Right.
Well, and you know where I'm also torn is because I know. Okay, so yeah, obviously I'll get the light for the 40-gallon, but I already have in my head that I'm going to be upgrading. So it's like I don't want to spend a chunk of money on a light that in the long term I'm not going to want.
All right. Well, look at it this way. If you go ahead and get the Ocean Revives, it's not going to hurt anything to have one that's say a year or two old, and then add 2 or 3, 4, 5, 6 more to that.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So if you go ahead and get an Ocean Revive now, or even a Mars Aqua now, you can still add on to that later. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with those lights. Both of them are fantastic.
Well,
I mean, you know that.
I need more flow in my tank.
Right. Well, I mean, get you a couple of the smaller high door in tank flow makers.
Well, I have the Corellia Hydor from Tina, and it's just the one that's the nano.
Right.
Like it does provide like good movement, but I know when I start adding corals in there, I'm gonna need a lot more. I was looking at the 1K gyre, to be honest.
Right. Yeah, that would be that would be
Right,
fantastic.
1K for that 40 gallon will be more than enough.
That was the one thing that I didn't go crazy on. I couldn't see spending $200 and I think it was $30, $40 for that MP10.
Yeah.
I mean, they're probably nice. I know people will have them, but I just went with a Jabo.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, the only reason why I wanted any of the MP line pumps was the fact that they're magnetic outside wires.
Yeah,
that was the only reason why I wanted them. I saw the price tag on it. I was like, I guess my wires are gonna get covered in Coraline because I'm not spending that.
Yeah, that's a lot. They're really a lot of money. I mean, they're a lot.
Yeah.
And if you want two, you're looking $500 for two pumps.
Exactly.
Right.
You know, and I'm gonna tell y'all a little secret of mine. In my 10-gallon frag tank, do you know what I use in there for extra flow?
What? The hang on
A small nano pump. Literally, it's a 200-gallon per hour pump that's got a little slide switch on it to control it. It's something you drop in the back of an all-in-one. I just have it in the corner, and it just blows on the backside of my tank, and I get good circulation with that. Yeah, it works. You know what I mean? It was like a $16 pump. You know,
like you know what I'm doing? I keep switching, like, so because of the way the bow is, right? So
right.
Like 2 or 3 days, I'll have the pump at the front of the tank, and then, well, like it's at the side, obviously, blowing the front of the tank, and then I'll switch and do the back just so I don't get any hot spots.
Right.
I don't want problems when I'm cycling.
Right.
Yeah.
So if I'm finding myself already doing that now, I know I'm going to run into problems when I start stocking that.
Right. Well, really, you know, I know you're talking about adding more rocks at, later on for it.
Yeah.
But I mean, really, wait. Like, I'm not saying wait on your stocking until you get all your rocks, but wait on getting your extra flow because you never know what you're going to need as far as your scape goes.
Right.
I mean, take Aaron's aquariums. You know what I mean? Like, he had a lot of flow in his tank, but he still had dead spots that he had to rescape his tank.
Yeah. Well, see, okay, so with my scape right now, it's basically in the center of the tank, and I've left that big opening in the middle.
Right.
And as for, like, I want one more piece of rock for the like the other side. But, like, now I want to start going with the shelves, right?
Right.
So, I don't think, like, I don't think my I don't even know how to word it. Real estate on the bottom part of the tank is going to be much more. It's
right.
But I just want, like, every nook and cranny to be circulated, if that's even possible.
Well, here in a second, as soon as I get everything out, I'm going to show you what I did to make some of my stuff. Because we were talking about this before. I just got to get it all out so that way you can actually see it. There's that. Let me grab this. Oh, man, I just broke that one. Oh, well.
Hold on, John. I'll be right back, okay?
You're good, you're good. I'm still getting stuff out.
I'm so glad you guys are still on. I've had some stressful stuff to deal with today.
Yeah, it happens, man. Make plans and then life happens.
Yeah. Well, I was previously with a company that went, belly up, and they still owe me quite a substantial amount of money. I'm talking about buying, a brand new Red Sea tank type of money. Yeah, and so I'm dealing with legal issues from that. And then as I was talking, I was talking to Murph and Fishy and all that earlier. The job that I have now, and of course having a new baby on the way, I'm starting to struggle a little bit, man.
Yeah.
To the point where I just may have to sell my tank to catch up, and it's stressful. 'Cause money is tight, and it gets so
Well, from one hobbyist to the next, I mean, let me tell you, man, when it comes to selling your stuff, if you want to get the money that you put into it, you're going to end up sitting on it a lot longer than it's going to take for you to get back on your feet.
Yeah.
I mean, my 125-gallon tank, dude, I paid $100 for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got it used. And if you were to go buy that brand new, that's an $800 tank for just the glass. You know what I mean?
Right.
You guys
Let's see.
states have where you get benefits for having kids or no?
On your taxes at the end of the year.
Yeah, on the taxes at the end of the year. Because we do the income tax thing. I'm not sure how it is in Canada. But we have the income tax and
tax, right, every year. But we get, well, I don't get it because my husband makes too much money. But there's people who qualify for government grants. So it's called the Canadian Child Tax. And each month they get a couple $100 or whatever it is per child.
That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, that's right. But we pay a lot, like high taxes here. So,
right.
But then again, the perks that we have, like free health care and,
Right.
That sucks, man. I'm sorry, Justin. I hope it all works out for you, though. I hope you don't end up selling your tank and maybe.
Yeah, if at all possible, that's my last resort. My wife, even though she hates it, she knows it's something I enjoy, and that's one of the few things that I get to sit down and enjoy. So she doesn't want me to sell it, but at the end of the day, I'll do what I have to do to keep my family afloat.
Oh yeah, no doubt, man, no doubt. I don't blame you there one bit.
So I mean, one thing's for sure, you guys can count on me. I'll still attend chats and I'll still be a part of the community. I just won't have an active tank going on,
right?
To talk about. So
I didn't have it for the longest time, and I was a part of it.
Right.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Lisa was a mod in most people's streams before she even set up her tank.
Yeah. The way I go about it is I wanted to make sure that I had a basic understanding of the hobby before I even attempted it. And to learn as much information as I could before I jumped headfirst into it, and then even with that process, I took my time. It's been a very slow going process. Well, one, for expenses, right? I have 3 kids and my husband's the only one that truly works. And I hurt myself. So I'm a makeup artist by trade. And that in itself, doing makeup can be easy, but it's the actual, you're standing on your feet for 8 to 10 hours bending over somebody, so you're in a position, and my back, it is hard. It truly is, standing there leaning over for 8 hours. It's crazy.
Right.
Yeah. Hang on just a second, guys. I have a phone call coming in.
Okay.
All right. Hey, Lisa, I want to show you something, girly.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna go into the Hangout.
Yeah, I gotta get back into the Hangouts too, so I can actually turn my camera on.
Put on your
Alright, so
I'm gonna present you. There.
all right, get my ugly mug off of here. All right, so you see, let me get where I can have my camera where I can see it too. There we go. All right, so you see this rock right here? Looks kind of cool, right?
Yeah.
That's something you'd buy at the store to put in your tank, right?
Yeah.
All right, check this out.
They're magnetic?
Yeah, it's I don't know what just happened to my volume.
No, you're fine.
Okay, buddy. Anyway, what just happened?
Is your battery charged?
Hold on a second. I'm not getting any kind of volume from you guys.
Well, we can hear you.
Oh, let me grab my headset because I know what's happening. My phone's being retarded. I gotta find it first. As usual, unprepared.
Everybody knows, John. It's okay.
Yeah, no, my phone just switched to what do you call it? It switched to where it's going through the headset part of the phone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the only way to fix it is to grab my headset. I don't know where
What
it's
kind
at.
of phone do you have?
It's a Galaxy S8. But since the 9 dropped, I've been having nothing but problems out of it because they do the same thing that iPhone does when the new phone drops. They put out the update for the old
that's
phone.
their little scam. They want you to buy another phone.
Exactly.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
I hate that.
Yeah. But you'd figure that the 8 would be capable of pushing the 9's, OS.
You know what it is? They start changing all the apps and upgrading everything, and your phone can't handle it. Then it's a scam.
Right. Exactly. All right, give me 1 second to plug this thing in. I just found it.
The more I look at this little bug or whatever it is, the more I think Pat is right about the starfish.
All right. I'm back. What are you looking at?
Well, I have this other little critter inside.
Did you show a picture? You showed it? That's what you showed in the rock work? In the chat?
Yeah, I put it in the Hangouts.
Yeah, I looked at that. I can't really... It's hard to tell.
Well, and then I circled it with the red. Let me try to take another picture.
And what is Pat saying that it is? What is it, like a bristle star or brittle star? Whatever they're called.
No, I think it's a starfish, possibly one of those.
One of the ugly ones you don't like?
I don't know.
Let's hope not.
It's so tiny right now. But since Mr. Crab moved rocks, he doesn't come out.
Take that thing out and put him
or the
under a
crab doesn't?
freaking microscope. Take that thing out with some tweezers and put it on a paper towel.
What, that thing? No way. I'm not touching it.
What are you going to do? You got to know what it is.
Exactly. I keep telling her just to set her tank on fire. That's a good way to that's a good way to get rid of it.
But I'm almost positive that crab is a hairy emerald crab.
Yeah, that's what I think he is too.
Yeah.
But anyway, Lisa, the rocks I was trying to show you earlier before my phone decided to act stupid, it started out as a bunch of this.
Okay.
And all I did was use cheap ass super glue. That's it. Like what you're looking at now, that's that same piece I was showing you. And this is the one that I'm going to end up floating with magnets.
Okay, but like,
see how flat it is on the bottom?
I wish I would have done it before I put it in the tank.
Well, that's what I was going to tell you. If you just go to where they have their live rock, the dry stuff, usually it's in a box. If you dig out all the big pieces from the top, you can find a bunch of these little pieces.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And, you get you a couple of, I would call this a small, medium size. I would consider this like a medium size.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then you can just get them and glue them together. I mean, if you're not able to just stack them however you want, just get a hammer and hit it with a hammer and break you off some little pieces. And then like what I would do for like this glue joint that's going to end up being right here for the second time is I'm just going to take some one of these pieces and I'm just going to smash it with a hammer until I get nothing but the little fine powder. And I'll just dribble some more super glue right here on the seam. I'm trying to find a seam now.
Another picture. And tell me what the heck this is. Not so much a critter, but something.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm being in and out, guys. It's just crazy trying to deal with this. We're trying to deal with lawyers and legal issues and things like that.
Dude, I'm in the same boat, man. You ain't hurting my feelings none. Dude, you get your money, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, it's going on. There was a silent partner with the company, and he showed up, and I had a
Your rock
company.
work, John? No. I'm talking to you.
So what?
And I had a company vehicle. Well, the silent partner showed up, said he was going to sell all the vehicles and pay everybody. That was the end of January or early February. I don't remember the exact date, but anyway, it's been four or 5 months,
I can't do
and
shit now. Look at this.
And they still haven't done nothing.
they still haven't done anything. So
Wow.
yeah, I'm trying to get in touch with everybody from the company from before. We've all lost touch because we don't work together anymore, and it's just
Right.
it's a crapshoot, really.
Yeah.
We're just gonna try to figure it out as best we can.
Well, it sucks you're going through all that, dude. I hate it for you.
Yeah, it's tough, especially with a new baby on the way. I shouldn't have to worry about stuff. I should be focusing on my wife and my new child. But I can't, because I'm stressed about what are we going to do about bills? Where are we going to live? What are we going to eat?
So what do you guys think that is?
I didn't get a picture, to be honest. Let me see.
I can't believe. I don't know. You're talking about the white finger-looking things in the middle, yeah?
Yes, Gavin.
Okay. I'm seeing it now. I don't have a clue as to what that is.
Right?
I don't.
Like, what the heck is it?
Does it move?
No.
I mean, it could be a sponge.
That's kind of where my first thought went, but
if it doesn't move, it could just be a sponge. You know what you could try doing? If you can angle your little pump towards it and see if it moves then.
Okay.
Pick it out with your
or anything.
Oh,
What's
I'm
that,
sorry,
Fisher?
I thought that was Lisa. Sorry.
No, it's not moving.
Hang on. I'm a part of a couple Facebook groups too. If I could, I'm gonna save it and kind of see if I can't get some opinions from.
That would be amazing.
Let me see, Lisa. Let's see if we can find you an answer.
Okay, hold on. What I'm going to do is I'm going to join from my phone and see if somebody in the chat knows. I don't know if it's going to make a lot of noise here, but just bear with me.
It shouldn't. I've seen you do it before. It should be fine.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to mute this. Sorry, guys. Okay. So now.
The one time I actually want to post something to the, roof keeping and pages and stuff is the one time they're not at the top of my feed.
It happens.
My entire Facebook feed is, nothing but that. And the one time I want.
Okay, can everyone see that?
Yeah, shows up good. There he is. I thought he dropped out.
Does anyone have any idea? That little white thing.
I don't know. I'm kind of with
That's a
Pat on
good
that
picture.
one. I kind of think it's a starfish, but at the same time, I kind of feel like it's like maybe a sponge or something. If it's not moving, though, I don't know. That's
Yeah.
that's the
No.
only reason why I'm thinking it's not a starfish.
Lisa, do you have tweezers?
Listen, fishing. I ain't put my hands in it.
Did you not hear what she
What's
does?
the matter with you? You got to get in there and just see what that is.
Look at, okay, so this one, see it? It's the white body in that little rock.
Yeah, grab that.
Listen, I ain't putting my hands in there.
Oh man, when I saw I had a bunch of snails, I went right in there.
And then the
I wasn't sure they were
crab
snails when I was
usually
looking
is
at
in
them.
there.
Okay. Lisa, I got it.
Come
I got it posted. So
Okay.
we'll see if
And then
anybody
what's
has.
that thing? It came out of my sand. It's like a branch. See it?
Right?
Looks like a piece of a turtle shell.
Yeah, I don't. That's kind of what that looks like too. Yeah, I don't know. You said that came with your sand?
Yeah. See,
I
and
have
there's
no
a whole
idea.
bunch of little things. Like, see that at the corner?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So what it is you've created the perfect storm to breed aliens in your
Right?
tank.
That's what it seems. And like my luck, I have like a bunch of little aliens in here.
Yeah.
I don't know, but that white thing, I really want to know what it is.
Well, you need a long pair of tweezers. You pick that thing right out.
But what?
I got a set of tweezers. It's like 24 inches. Works good.
Well, I'm gonna have to buy a pair then.
Yeah, you're definitely gonna need a pair because you won't go in there for nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, that's what I'm afraid of. I'm afraid she's going to end up getting, a big piece of live rock for her next tank, or even for this one. It's going to be just loaded down with bristle stars, and she's just going to not ever touch her tank again.
So, anyways, that's the tank progress. But that's where all the action happens, is in this rock. But now the crab.
What is that,
in there
Bucani?
It looked, and that's why I took it, because it had all the holes in it. So I was like, I didn't think that I'd get all these critters, but
I don't know. I'm glad I went with dry rock.
well, I started
I mean,
off with dry rock.
Look, for me, I like using dry rock like I'm doing now because I can make my own shapes with super glue and patience.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
I mean, I know
But-
dry rock is great, but
Right. I am all for adding a piece of live rock to seed the good bacteria.
you just got to be more patient with dry rock. Eventually, it'll be live rock.
Exactly.
I didn't do 'em.
Well, I finally see the brown starting on the rock. So it's happening slowly. And then one of the little things fell, but I ain't put my hand in there, so.
Right.
But yeah, so the brown film is starting on the rock.
Totally forgot to do these fucking chemicals.
I can't wait to see what that grows into, Lisa.
Oh, well, thank you. I'm excited. And I think this is gonna, this space over here is where I'm gonna have another piece of rock with, I want that to have the pulsing xenia on it. And then I want my zoas up here on this big rock. Whole zoa garden, and then the softer, like, euphyllias over here. Type things.
I'm definitely a fan of the Zoa Garden. I'll be interested to see what morphs you put in. Zoas is like Zoas are like my love child right now. Like
Right?
that's the
I love
only
me some
thing
Zoas.
that's anything I want to have anything to do with right now.
Now
Zoas.
they'll be here tomorrow anyway.
I grabbed that, I didn't notice it was in the
I know. Fucking
All right,
Like
listen.
if I could have an infinite tank and just have every species of Zoa in there,
Right?
like
How dope would that be? I really wished I had a tripod right now.
Well, here, actually, I'll show you guys the rescape of my cichlid tank. I know no one's really interested in that, but
Hey, I
Hey.
like anything aquarium related, so I don't know about anybody else, but I do.
I'm going to have to do what I just did so the noise doesn't come through.
you know,
Hey,
I got
Lisa, real quick.
bored with keeping fresh water, but that doesn't mean I don't like to look at it.
Right? Lisa, can you see what's on my screen real quick? Probably not. She's muted.
Hey, what kind of glue are you using to
It here?
work the rocks?
It's literally just
Yeah.
the super cheap dollar store glue, man.
To glue the rocks together?
Yes, sir.
Okay. See, so I put a bunch of just rocks in there. And it looks much better. I also took off that cheesy background, but there's Rufus. Hi, Rufy.
Hey,
Hi,
Lisa, if you
Rufy.
want a good cheap background, get the black poster board from Walmart. That's what I use.
See, he comes to me. Watch, and then I'll go on this side and he'll swim back. Here he comes. He plays with me,
I love me some Rufus, man.
right, Rufy? And then here's the babies. They're actually looking really nice.
Those are cichlids?
Yeah, and see, they're picking at the cucumber.
I love how you just
There-
drop the fork and everything. That's efficient.
There's my bumblebee, and there's the father of them all. This is the electric yellow. There's my pleco in here. I got plecos
Almost
for
quitting time for me.
no fish.
I have until 6 p.m. and it's 1:40 right now.
But yeah, my babies, I love them.
You trying to leave us there, Fishy?
Yeah, I'm getting out of work soon, baby.
Oh, okay.
Rufus,
I can still-
hammer hog.
Man, I get up at 4:00 in the morning.
Oh, I got you.
See him shaking at me?
What was that?
The fish shakes at me. See?
Oh, you say, oh yeah.
See him? What a little trick. Anyways, I think it looks a lot better than what it was.
I like it.
That looks good. It looks natural.
Right, and
I'm a
that's
big
what I
fan
wanted
of-
to go for was the natural. I tried some live plants in there, but they destroyed them, so that was the end of that.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of more natural looks than anything. And I know with a reef tank, you can never get true natural because none of the fish live together in the wild.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you're not going to find, triggers with, French angelfish or whatnot. So, yeah, you can't get true natural with a reef tank, but.
Well, these Mabunas, their natural habitat is rock, right? Rock and sand. So as soon as I ended up, because there was a lot of aggression in there, so I took everything out, and now Rufus, my big parrot, he can't move anything anymore, so that kind of calmed him down. But because I changed the entire aquascape, now nobody has like a
Nobody's territorial anymore. Right. And that helps, if you put a fish in and you've got people being, fish being bullies to each other, you can change the aquascape up just a bit, and then it just throws everybody off and they reestablish.
Yeah.
So that is the fortunate thing about that. It's not necessarily a end of the world situation if you have bullying. Just change things up a bit.
Exactly. And I've done that with saltwater too. Just change my rocks around a little bit.
Right.
Because my Fowler tank, I got lucky. Like I went to 3 different LFSs and I went through and I found only stuff that I could use to stack together and make something pretty out of it. So.
Really, you missed Pat, but I also need help with identifying something. So what I'm going to do actually is I'm just going to add you into the Hangout combo, and if you can look at what I have posted in there and try to help me, that'd be awesome.
Wait a minute, who is it?
That little white thing.
No, I'm saying who are you adding? I was just curious.
Billy.
Billy
Pipes.
Billy, that's me, buddy. I'm the one scaping.
So I'm going to add him in just so he can look for me.
I'm trying to decide if I want to put this piece here or not.
Don, why'd you turn off your camera?
I didn't. It's still on. Look.
No. Oh, okay, got it.
No, earlier I added this piece right here, and I had to set my phone down so I could use 2 hands.
Oh.
Billy's right. I need to buy a tripod and an RODI unit.
Billy's telling you use ASI silicone.
No. No, I literally just used the cheap ass super glue. I don't know if that's focused or not.
So Billy, I have 2 things in that chat that I need help with. So one I've circled red, and it's like a little critter that keeps moving it around. And the other one is this white thing poking out of my live rock. What's that noise?
I have no idea.
I still haven't got anything yet, Lisa.
No? Everyone's going to be puzzled. They're like, what the heck is this?
Not yet. I'm going to discover a new species today.
Right?
Keep your fingers crossed. If I did, let me become a millionaire. I'll share the wealth.
Keep thinking of a name.
Billy, what up, Billy?
What up, Mr. Pipes? What's going on, buddy?
Here together.
So
what am I looking at now?
That's what we're trying to figure out.
Yeah, so the last picture that I posted, it's this white thing sticking out of the rock.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it is. And then up in the conversation, I have 2 pictures, but one I circled with a red circle. And there's this little white thing with brown, like a brown line through it. And it has legs, and it keeps moving around. Pat thinks it might be a starfish, but I'm worried that it's a spider. What's funny?
Can you have the question?
Can you see it right now?
Well, it's like more in a crevice now.
When do you see it most? At nighttime or in the day when the lights are on?
At nighttime.
So at nighttime, what you got to do is have somebody hold a flashlight
Okay.
and just get in there and use a pair of tweezers
Oh Jesus. You guys.
and don't try to just grab it and take
Didn't
it
I
out.
tell you that?
Just try to grab it and squeeze the shit out of it and take it out.
Ew.
I don't care if it's $1 million starfish. If you don't know what it is, kill it.
Oh Jesus, Billy. I don't have
There you go.
Me and another YouTuber have both said it before to each other that if we buy something that's a $200 frag and it's got something on it, a piece of bubble algae that I can't get to, where does it go, Fishy? In the garbage.
In the snowman, in the garbage.
In the garbage. That's it, in the garbage.
That happened to me.
Okay, well, what about that white thing?
That's yep. Whatever it is, if it's moving and you didn't buy it on purpose, that's it, man. That's it. I have seen so many
spiders and things. Without...
the other maybe a month ago, I got a bunch of coral in, and there was something on it, and I wasn't sure what it was, and all my monies were dying. So I saw something on it, and I'm like, didn't even hesitate. I just put my finger in there, mushed it, didn't know if I got it all the way, threw the coral out, and then I just saw that Reef Girl put out a video, and it was an acro eating nudie.
Oh, yeah, Patty.
So if I didn't make that decision to just say I'm throwing that thing I smushed and that frag out, I would have probably $600 worth of acros being destroyed right now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
my story was I saw this nice little frag.
Can you get spiders and stuff without introducing any zoas or anything to your tank?
Well,
Oh, yeah.
it came in on the live rock. So.
Yeah, it's the craziest thing. 3 years ago, I bought my first piece of live rock. I'll never do it again. First piece of live rock. When I came home, I'm looking around. My buddy that was in the hobby, that got me into the hobby, I had him come over, and it was a mantis shrimp. And I know people love mantis shrimps, but if I would have left it in my tank and it got big enough, I wouldn't have been able to have Nassarius snails and hermits, and I would have had to tear probably half the tank out just to get the thing.
Yeah, fuck that.
Yep.
Yeah, that would have been bad.
Yep. I know once it was big enough, I probably could have gotten it, but between then and then, it would have done some havoc.
Cost.
Oh boy, baby is up. Come on.
I like Billy's terminology. If you didn't buy it, get it out of there.
Yep.
I need a pair of tweezers first, long ones, and really long gloves.
Lisa, get the biggest, longest ones. That you're scared, so you didn't even go in there yet.
Yeah.
Lisa, you see this?
You gotta get
hold on.
tweezers.
Wife's calling. I'll be back.
All right. Let me see, Billy. Okay.
See it?
Yeah.
See it?
Yeah.
It's because I throw everything out that I don't buy.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to get a big pair of those gloves too. Gloves and tweezers.
Well, it is time for me to go get the kid. He's acting a fool.
All right. Thanks, Billy.
I'll see you guys.
Bye. Gavin, would you take the game somewhere else and beat up that thing? Gavin.
He sounds like you should send him in to get that mystery bug.
He would. That's what it, like, you know, and that's why I'm glad where I put the fish tank, because otherwise those guys would be like, you know, I tried to really educate them that they can't be sticking their hands in the water and all sorts of things with this tank, because with my freshwater, like, they love feeding the fish, and some of the fish will let them pet Like, you know? So, like, this one, I don't want their dirty little hands in it. Oh, Lord. So is anyone going to be throwing up a stream later or what?
No, my mom's. Tomorrow I'll go home.
Fishy, why don't you do a stream?
I'm headed to my mom's tonight, and I won't be able to do it because I don't have a laptop. I could do one where, nah, you won't like mine tonight.
Well, maybe I'll do one later then. But I'm going to get off and do my daily chores. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys.
Yep. Awesome.
And I'll see you guys later, for sure. I'm going to throw one up later.
All right, cool. Talk to you guys later.
Okay, bye, everyone.